So, for these problems that involve the radicals, one of the things that we want to make sure we accomplish to simplify it is to eliminate square roots in the denominator. So one of the things that we can do with this particular problem is it is very legal to split the square roots up amongst the fraction. It's perfectly fine to leave your square root in the numerator, but you do not want to leave it in your denominator, okay? So there's a bunch of things that we can do, one of which I'm going to rename 27 to be 9 times 3, because I can easily take the square root of 9, which is 3, okay? And again here, it is not simplified because the square root of 3 is still in the denominator. So this is really not good math as far as writing, but let me bring this over here just to preserve that space. So the technique here, what we do is we multiply the top and the bottom by whatever square root is in the bottom. And in doing so, that will eliminate it, which is what we want to accomplish. So in the top, the numerator, this gives me the square root of 21 over, okay, this first 3 that I'm writing comes from that 3. Now the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is the square root of 9, which is simply 3. So my final answer here is square root of 21 over 9. We have accomplished eliminating the square root in the denominator. I'm a little bit leery about this one, but I'll work it. I'm a little bit leery with the x here. So I really will save that one until we can have a conversation to make sure that problem was written correctly. All right, same game here. If I multiply top and bottom by the square root of 7, this will now give me 28 square root of 7. 28 times the square root of 7 is 28 square root of 7. Square root of 7 times the square root of 7 is the square root of 49, which is 7. And now I get cancellation with the 28 and the 7, 1 time, 4 times. So my final answer here is 4 square root of 7. For this particular problem right here, the way we eliminate the square root, we have to multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. The conjugate is when I change the sign of the middle term, okay? And the numerator, I will need to use the distributive property because I'm multiplying 16 times all of that. That's 16z plus 16 square root of 6. Now in the denominator, once I do the distributive property all the way through, I'm going to skip some steps here. You should take your time and go through and multiply all 4. I know that when I multiply z times z, that's z squared. When I multiply z times this positive guy and z times that negative guy, they're going to cancel out. And again, I encourage you to write down those steps. And this would now be minus 6, because the square root of 6 times the square root of 6 is square root of 36, which is 6. And that is it.